Hi everyone, this is Traci from Inspired Chi, and I am actually bringing you a mid-month message because I really just feel that there's a lot to say and it's very important that we all know right now. So, a couple of the things, let's first check in. I actually had to write things down because I start getting into your reading part of it and then I forget everything I was going to tell you. And if you've spent any time with me, you know that. It's part of my charming personality. But the let's talk about eclipse season. Okay, because right now you might feel like you're the only one going through major shakeups and emotions and so many things, not even collectively, globally, that are happening, which we'll talk about shortly, but also the fact that things that are no longer meant for us are exiting from our lives or asking us to look at it and in the Libra season of it all, bring balance back into our lives. And happy birthday to our Libras and Scorpios because we're about to move into that season as well. But tower moments, if you've been, part of this channel for a while, or if you've, are aware of it all, this is my personal deck that I created with Jerry Antner, and I'm still going to work on that. And I'm actually using his deck in the reading that we're going to do after this. But this is a tower moment, and eclipse season can feel a lot like that. And while I don't love tower moments at all, because they're very difficult for on so many levels, I do like what comes after that, which is my favorite card of the deck, which is the star card. Okay? So if it feels a little tumultuous, just please understand that this is what we're trying to get to, this hope, this renewal. But when you're in the tower moment, it can really feel so out of control and so emotional, and you question so many things. So that's why I'm asking you guys, how are you? Are you okay? How are you surviving all of this? Okay? So I want to let you know the things that are available to you at this time. Aside from, I'll add the other clip to this as well. When you choose here, where you feel pulled in for your more personal message for the group collective, we'll do that as well in a separate, or, if this is connected for YouTube video. And you can always not miss any of those by making sure you're subscribed to either our newsletter or our channels, because I'm terrible with all of the social media platforms. So it is a little intermittent. I'm working on that. But I want to talk about my friend Michelle DePinto, who I've sent many to you for Reiki training over the years, because Inspired She was not yet doing that. We will be doing that in 2024, but that's a different video. She is an amazing friend of mine and a wonderful healer and Reiki master, and she has put the offer out there that if you're booking with her at this time for Reiki, she's going to take a portion of that and donate it to war-torn Israel at this moment. So we're going to do something along the lines of that and then have something else as well. Details will come out a little bit later, but I just want you to know I'm putting that link in the information box below. Also, we've been aligning with True Healing, if you've been seeing that, and there's a lot of things available. This weekend, they're doing a kids class, and that kids class, I know Maya will be there as well, is to help with the more sensitive children that we have and all the things that are going on, in a way to kind of help ground them and make them feel part of the community, their own special community like we've created here for ourselves. So that's available. I'll put all of that below. But there's so many things happening, and when you feel helpless, the best thing that you could ever do is take some time out for yourself, really settle into your feelings, allow your feelings, vent them in an appropriate way, or get whatever outlet that you need for that. But don't ignore it. Okay, don't ignore the call, don't ignore the pain. This is like accelerated healing at this time, and when we get to the other side of this, it's going to be really beautiful. And it's just so overwhelming if you're not able to navigate. And again, that's going to be happening in different ways for different people. That's why I kind of have in the reading that we're going to do a little bit of the chakra energies, and there's romance in there, and the different cards as well, to give you whatever message is going to be hopefully helpful for you at this time. We have, and we're so excited that AJ, because we've had AJ peek out at our class last week or a couple weeks ago over at Potheads, but she's not done a public event since the retreat in July. And she's going to be joining me this Saturday night at Painting with a Twist with our wonderful artist Colleen. And we're just going to be, hanging out, painting and doing some readings. But really, if you're in the mood to get out for that vibe, that's where we'll be. If you're in a mood because you've been stressed and you're having nervous system reset problems, we have a meditation over at Levinwell on Thursday night. And then our own Pat White is now going to be teaching yoga over at Levinwell as well. And she has a class on Sunday morning if you're not too hungover from hanging out with me and AJ on Saturday night. So there's a myriad of things that you can do if you just need to get out of your skin or be around people who understand you on a more spiritual level, or just be accepted and be held in this space. Okay, so all of that is available. We thank every one of you for creating this community for each other and for us. So let's get to your reading. Okay, ones. If you did not, if you skipped right to this because it usually is the norm, you might want to head back and check out the intro because it talks a little bit more about the eclipse energy that's around, the different events and things you can come to in this week or next week, or if you're feeling like you need a break. And we're moving into these messages. This is deck. I'm going to tell you about the decks each deck. I don't even know what deck this is because I've had it for so long, but this has so much energy because it's read for, at this point, so many people, okay? And all of the energies and hope, and of course it's been cleared a million times, but that's the deck that you chose. So I'm kind of feeling ones that you are trying to get back to something more grounded, something more traditional, something that you're bonded with, okay? And because we have a tower energy for everybody and the star, because that was pulled from the collective, it really is a time where we have to observe the tower as trying to help us get rid of what's no longer working in our lives. And we may have become very attached to it for one reason or another, and it can be extremely painful. But when we check in with our intuition, a lot of times we'll find that we really know that it is happening for our own good. We really know what needs to be done. And a lot of time, if the tower sneaks up on us, not always, but a lot of the time when the tower sneaks up, it's because we didn't create that breakthrough ourselves, okay? And that's kind of where a lot of us are. And we're walking into the star card, which is interesting because in the tarot, in the major arcana, you have 16 and 17. So one comes right after the other. And AJ loves the tower, right? She loves the tower to come along. I am absolutely terrified of the tower because I don't like surprises, right? But however it manifests into your life, it is a gift, because it's clearing things out in order to manifest either something that you wanted or something that the universe wants for you, or your higher self knows that you deserve, but maybe you've gotten comfortable, or maybe you feel bad, or maybe you don't want to exit the situation, whether it's a job, relationship, however it resonates for you. And that's kind of why it happens. All right. And we're all globally having this happen across the board as you see it in so many different facets. But on a more personal level, during eclipse season, it can really feel like we're falling apart. So if this hasn't happened to you yet, I'm not trying to predict your future. I'm only your neighborhood psychic. But I just wanted you to kind of be aware of that so that you feel and understand and use the energies to your best capability, and then nurture yourself in the best way possible so that we're not going down rabbit holes of like vices, if that makes sense, whatever your vice is. All right, energetically, you have growth in the heart space. Now we have all that green because we're doing heart space energy, heart chakra. But the thing about growth in the heart space is sometimes when you're growing, it's uncomfortable, right? Think of kids in growing pains and their muscles and their, everything just kind of being stretched. Your heart space is being stretched right now after some type of healing has taken place. Now, you may not feel like you're 100% healed or 100% at your star card, okay? But this is the energy available to you and around for you at this time. So it's going to be really important that you lean into that and give yourself some heart chakra energy. Whether that's by Reiki, whether that's by intention, there's different music that you can put on. Rose quartz is a great crystal for that. And then I also chose to pull a romance card for everybody because no matter how it resonates in your life, shakeups are happening, and I just want you to kind of be aware of what's available to you as well. So you're getting worth waiting for. Now, if this is for a career that you're tuning in for, that's okay too. And that would be talking about either your business to take off or, whatever dream job that you want to have. Not to give up on that, but in the era of romance. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so hold out. Let this season kind of pass a little bit, or at least what it means to you pass. Just because you're seeing everything happen right now and you're having all sorts of feelings about it, doesn't mean you have to actually act on it unless you're in a specific situation where immediate action is required. You could just observe as this happens, right? And you can be part of rebuilding after the tower collapses into your new beginning. But the message to you guys is it's worth waiting for. It's worth holding out for. So. Oh, yeah. Look at you guys. Oh, yeah. This is destiny. This is destiny coming in for you. This is the energy that you're not aware of when we have a Wheel of Fortune. And this is being in touch with your immediate destiny. But the wheel turns. Okay, so as much as I just said, you don't have to make an immediate decision. You may be being called to make an immediate decision. So it's important that really over the next couple of days that you really nurture yourself and go within and see what it is that you truly, really want. Get grounded with that because it may happen quickly for you. Okay, or it might already be happening. You may be at this crossroads, which is what's here. First, we have the Empress energy. So sometimes when this shows up for me, this can herald a pregnancy, but it also talks about a mother or someone that's like birthing a new life, right? And that life has to have a gestation period. There's periods of a time and adjustment and all of that, okay? But you're in creation energy right now, which is really beautiful. The issue here is the Page of Pentacles, but this is actually coming out for you in reverse. So there was some kind of opportunity that didn't really get legs. This could have been in romance. This could have been in career. You know, how, again, take it how it resonates. It could have been in whatever journey that you're tuning into at this moment. It just really didn't get that. And I think for some of you also, there was an apology that was not given, which you kind of have to take for yourself and work through that. But what's in the future is the Two of Wands, which is being at a crossroads and having to really understand what your soul really wants right now. Like, what is the worst thing that's going to happen when you make a choice, right? You learn a lesson, you figure out something's not for you, you maybe delay a little bit of time, but you get to know yourself a lot better on that journey, and that's where you guys are. So I don't really want to leave you hanging with that one as your last card. So let's pull another. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to yank one of these energy cards out. See, it's a good thing that you started out first because now everyone will get this. So thank you, Wands. This is from the Energy Oracle deck. And what kind of parting advice can we give Wands during this eclipse season? As it just flew out. We got a jumper. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Number 34, if you're a numbers person, look at that rainbow and that dove. Door to personal healing and happiness. That's where you're headed, okay? So even though the tower can be daunting, the choices can be daunting, the growth in your heart space can be painful, and destiny is exciting but also scary, you are heading to a beautiful place, and just trust that and really surrender to it. That's going to be the best thing. Good luck. Okay, guys. You have chosen the Tattoo Tarot. This is one of my new decks. I'm excited to pull some cards for you on it. I'm going to shuffle just a minute while I talk about if you missed the intro. You're going to want to head back because it talks a little bit more about eclipse season and the tower and the star and how that's a message for the collective and what everybody's going through, as well as the promotions, events, and things happening for you guys this week, next week, all that good stuff. I'm going to pull your tarot first, which is kind of weird because that's not how I normally do it. But we're going to look into the energies. I pulled everybody a romance card, a chakra energy card. You'll have some tarot. And also we're going to end on an energy oracle card. So we're going to give you as much as possible. Ooh. I think I'm just so excited to show you these cards. I'm just like, yeah, let's just do it. It's got like a, I mean, and of course none of these have that, right? Which, it's all right. We'll talk about that in a minute. They have a kind of reminds me of, let's see if I can find one. Some of you are like, I don't care. I don't do that. But I know some of you are Oracle and Tarot enthusiasts as myself. So I just kind of want to give you the vibe of this deck. I'm looking for the specific queens. Okay, we'll take this, the star card, right? It's just a different vibe. You know, if you're a tattoo mama, you might like this deck a lot. I'm a wannabe tattoo mama. I'm a big chicken. I only have one tattoo, but we'll see. Anyway, what are you getting? Okay, you're getting the Knave of Coins. That's kind of funny. That was in the first reading in a different way, but yours is coming through as an opportunity, a possibility, a new beginning, okay, which is really beautiful. But this coming under the fact that we're pulling for the collective, the Tower card and the Star card, and as we, have explained, The Tower card is coming in and, moving out what's outdated, what's no longer working in your life, so you can build a new. And it's not a great time, right? Especially if you have control issues like me and you don't like change or surprises, but it's coming in so you can have this new beginning as a star, okay? And it looks like either recently or coming up really soon, you're going to have a little bit of an open door kind of come through for you. It looks like maybe some of you may be leaving jobs. And this is kind of why that's coming across. Like it's about time for you to maybe give your notice, because you have the Seven of Swords and you have it in reverse. So if this comes out as an energy around you, a lot of times the Seven of Swords could be like that thief energy, that kind of sneaky energy. But when it's like this, it's kind of like you're coming clean, okay? Because a new opportunity has come in. So now it's time for you to come clean about your intentions, because it's not that you were necessarily being sneaky or being a thief or anything like that. It's just that you weren't ready to really make a move. You didn't have confirmation. You didn't have what it was you were waiting for. And if this isn't a relationship, it would be like maybe you didn't have the validation that you needed to maybe express your feelings. If it's a job, maybe you didn't have the offer yet to start giving your notice. And take it how it resonates for you. I mean, you could be pending a diagnosis of some sort and you're just waiting for additional paperwork. I mean, it can go in a lot of different ways. But in the immediate future, we also have the Ten of Cups. So something that has been long-term for you is coming to an end. Again, this is going to be different for everybody in what category of life. But the Ten of Cups is the emotional fulfillment at the end of the Suit of the Cups, which cups can be love, but not just romance, okay? It could be something you love to do, a career that you've invested a lot of time in, a business you put a lot of time into, your family, whatever that is to you. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation, but you're like walking away from it, all right? So some of you may be, possibly going through a divorce at this time, possibly leaving a job that you've been with. It's an end of an era for you, okay? Speaking of eras, if you've not seen the Taylor Swift Eras movie, you are really missing out. Me and Maya are going for our second time this weekend. I have a problem. Okay, the underlying energy, though, is the Ten of Coins. So that's this double tens in your tarot that you're getting here, and you only have 4 cards, my goodness. So you are really wrapping up cycles. This is a really important time for you. This eclipse season is sweeping up whatever you didn't have the foresight to do at this time. So just trust it. And just look at every avenue, because it always happens this way, right? Everything always has to happen all at the same time. There can be no balance in the way that things work. And one of the things you may be finding is, and it's not true for everyone, but sometimes your career is really taking off, everything's great, your romantic life really suffers, or family life. And vice versa. Things can be going wonderful, and then you're just like really not where you want to be in your career, and you're continuing to strive for it. It looks like 2 things are kind of coming in for you guys during this time that you really have to look at and make decisions about. So, but the Ten of Coins is your like legacy energy. This is what you're not aware of, all right? You're creating your legacy at this time. You're creating the potential for financial stability, okay? Even though the emotional stability has kind of is dissipating, and you're starting over again as kind of like as the Fool, which I'm surprised that's not really here yet, other than the fact that during this time you're just meant to be in it and meant to process it. Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, okay. So this is the chakra deck, or the chakra oracle deck, that is. I have a tarot deck from them as well, but this is all about soul discovery. This is higher calling, higher energy, all right? This full moon is going to be really important for you guys, for you twos. So maybe do something ritualistic around that, as far as setting intentions and that type of thing. But what a beautiful energy of self-discovery coming in. And it's shaking up your root chakra. So the root chakra is all about, I have enough, I am grounded, I feel safe, I feel good. Like that is the chakra that needs the balancing, needing the love right now. Because as anybody knows, going through any kind of spiritual awakening, and you can go through so many, it's not like you just do one and you're done. It's like insane. Right? The energy is insane. It's very difficult. You can be very up and down. So keep an open mind. Oh, I love that to be your love card. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Keep an open mind. Okay? So that's pretty positive. Things are clearing out for you. Let the dust settle. Maybe do some journaling around it. Clean up a little bit of your healing and your self-discovery here, but keep an open mind about your love life. And let's see where you are in the energy oracle, your ending card. Twos, I like what's happening here for you guys. I really do. This, because I can see how much work it took to get here. and it's been emotional. So, whew. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Man holding a heart. See, so some of you have romance, okay? And it could be women, could be anything. Just take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be. This could be somebody offering you a job that you love as well. Again, if you're looking at it from a romance or not from a romance perspective. But I love that. Ooh, look at that. What a beautiful energy if you are looking for romance. It's coming through. Have faith. Good luck. All right. Last but not least, we have the threes. Actually, I feel like I'm gonna come in and clear some of this energy out. This is some Palo Santo. It's really been an intense couple readings. If you weren't sure what to pick and you not settled on three, we haven't even done three yet. I love every reading. But if you were torn between which one to pick, you might want to go check out the other one too, because it kind of has been the theme that there's multiple situations happening for people. So one might have been about your love life, while the other one might be about more career-based or, spiritually, that sort of thing. But only if you felt torn. If you were like, this is my reading, then you're good, okay? But if you were like, I don't know, I can't pick, then check that one out too, because there might be something in that for you. Okay, if you have not watched the intro that had a little bit about the energies of eclipse season and the tower and the star, head back and do that. It will be helpful in being able to apply this reading to your life. And it also has all of our upcoming events and what's available to you. Yeah, all right, let's get started. So this is interesting because, all right, so I have a chakra card for you, a romance card for you. This is the deck that you chose for your tarot. And this is created by my friend Jerry Antner, and he helped me create my deck, which is still in the works and will be out in 2024. But I will put that link in the description box below if you're liking these cards. Okay? Feeling drawn in that way. But let's see. We're going to start with, ooh, look at that. The chakra in question is the sacral chakra. So that's what's needing your attention at the most at this point in time. But before I get into the chakra a little bit, I want you to take a look at this image. This is a person who is really, really like the wounded warrior energy. The last leg is like completely exhausted, and that person whispering to her is one of her guides. Okay, it could be a crossover love person, but it's really asking you to just hang in there, just keep going a little bit further. Now, because we're talking about the sacral chakra, you could be feeling some type of insecurity or guilt or shame, and there's something moving through it. Okay. A lot of creative blockages energy coming in, because when your sacral is in a good place, you are feeling creative and passionate, and your vitality is just there. The fertility to bloom is there. All of that is there. But we have our off days, off moments. Things happen. But there is somebody very close working with you at this time to push you through whatever you're going to be experiencing. Okay, so you are not. You're never alone. No one is ever alone. But you really have somebody working very closely with you to get you over this time, this period of time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And we have your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And this could be applied to your family energy as well. Excuse me. This can also talk about being brought up with different backgrounds, even in domestication. It doesn't have to necessarily be religious. It could be cultural. It could be, I was raised this way, and this is what we do in my house, and I was raised the other way, and this is how we deal with discipline, etc. Okay? But there's a little bit of a tear here in what your values and what you feel is correct, and the person that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay? It could just be the person that you're dealing with. So I would ask you to just be open to listen to could be political as well, some of maybe the points that are the most valuable to that person, meaning like, okay, I understand, like, what are the most important things to you? What are your non-negotiables? okay? And maybe have that conversation and see if you can get to a point of like, these are my non-negotiables. These are yours, with not being a people pleaser and not setting not double negative, to make sure that you're setting. Well, that was inconvenient. I had to stop your reading for a second because I ran out of recording space. Anyway, threes, here we are. We're still on this a little bit, but if you get to the point where you are trying to like make it work with someone, compromise with someone, don't compromise yourself and your beliefs too much. Okay? That's the driving force between the message here. If you're having a tower moment, it is good to listen, to understand, to know both things. But if you're just not resonating with whoever this is, okay, again, it doesn't have to be romantic, then honor that and follow that and take whatever measures you need to in that scenario. All right, let's get to your cards because now I'm really curious. Now we have plenty of time. I deleted some extra things, so I need to get better with that. All right. Oh yeah. You guys, threes. So what's happening is you're healing. That's really All right, so this may not be for all of you. This may be specifically for some of you. Some of you may be healing over a pregnancy, okay? And whatever that context is for those of you experiencing that, I'm going to honor that and know that you have somebody with you bringing you through this time, okay? For those of you that doesn't apply to, we have the Empress card in reverse here, coming in with abundance, but this is in reverse, okay? So something is not really getting legs in the sense of being able to create what you want. There's a blockage here, okay? There's an obstacle here. And it could just be a delay, but it could also be a chance for you to stop and look at other options, okay? So that's why you're kind of being held right now where you are. It's just saying, hang on, persevere. Sometimes it could just be the environment that you're in at this time. And by the environment, a lot of times I'm still talking about your mind and body, okay? So for you, you have the Nine of Mind, which is the Nine of Swords, which talks about extreme insomnia and anxiety and worry. And when we're in this energy, it is really difficult to feel grounded or have any clarity or even feel hope, okay? The things that ground you most, the people you love the most, the things that you like to do the most, all of your favorite things, I kid you not, you need to be spending time with over the next couple of days, all right? This is going to be really important to stop this whole thing and back out of it for a minute to stop and nurture yourself. This is really important because where you are now, I am concerned that while you're on a healing journey, and that could be up and down, and it could be really difficult, and you are going to be persevering, and there is a hope, and there is light at the end of the tunnel here. In this energy, this could be really terrible for our nervous system, for our hearts, our minds, our intuition. It really messes with your intuition, okay? So if you're in this place, it's hard to trust your gut and it's hard to get clarity. So you need to do everything you can to get yourself out of that place, and whatever that is to you, however that works for you, whatever friend that is for you, okay? Be very kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. Allow. Okay. And then we have the Essence of Mind in reverse. Okay, so some of us are struggling with our boundaries. Now, there's lots of nines here. So you have this Nine of Swords. This is more swords energy and the persevering. So you're really coming to the end of something, okay? You're not in the place where you can really wrap it up, okay? But what you're not aware of here is the Three of Hearts, and it's in reverse, okay? So this is really just being like, I don't know if you've been isolating yourself, but your sense of community, your sense of belonging, your sense of reasons to celebrate, like all of these things are being called into question at this time. You may be isolating yourself on purpose, right? Because you don't want to deal with whatever's out there, okay? But you can't isolate yourself from the people who love you, like truly unconditionally love you and support you, because you need that time. You need that recovery time. You need that support, okay? Let me keep going with this for a minute. Someone's not honoring their boundaries, and it's becoming very uncomfortable for them. Yeah, there's a lot of, look at that. A lot of hostilities around you at this time as well. All right, so for some of you, this could be in this connection that you're dealing with, but for others of you, it could simply be the way that we talk to ourselves in our mind, okay? Because we have a lot of negative energy, a lot of pressures happening for threes at this time. I feel like we need more here. Yeah. All right. You need to focus on a strategy, okay? But first, see, this is on delay, not quite yet. All right, that's going to be your next step. But before you do that, you need to get some clarity and you need to get grounded and you need to be okay. Like you need to be focused on you. So if you are an overgiver, okay, you need to draw some of that energy back and nurture yourself. All right, you can't always depend on other people to do that for you. Find the community that can do that for you and really allow that for yourself. All right, but I am going to get you a spirit message. And I'm sorry for whatever it is that you are going through, but please know that you're healing. Even though it's messy and it's ugly, it's this painful because we're not in denial, okay? We're not looking at things. You are looking at things, and you are having threes, probably the roughest eclipse season out of all of the cards, okay? So let's get you a message from Spirit. And again, check out, we have all sorts of meditation for stressing, de-stressing, connecting, Reiki. You know, we are aligned with Levinwell, True Healing, and we have never, and I want to stop and say this for a minute. Excuse me. I need to get some water. In the spiritual community that we've created here at Inspired Chi, with the people that we've aligned with to create, there is no competition. We don't care where you're doing your healing, as long as you're doing your healing and you're receiving the support. The reason all of us have gotten together to kind of form this network, if you will, is so that our community is buffered right now through everything that's going on. So please do not isolate yourself. There's a million different ways to reach out on your comfort level, and if you don't know what that is, send us a message and we will send you in the right direction. I promise that. Okay. Oh, it flew out. Oh, breathe. Yes, here we go. The breath is a vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Okay? If you're really struggling with your mental health at this time, please reach out to the appropriate community for that. I mean, Inspired Chi is here for you 100%, but if you know it's on a deeper level than that, please don't deny yourself that care. Okay? Good luck.